Hello, and welcome back to the What Would Reddit Do podcast. I am your host, Bronte, and as always, I am here with co-host Sophia.
Hello.
And today, Lexi is sick, so we have a special guest host, Redacted. Say hello.
Hello.
I'm also going to throw Redacted in the deep end in this one, and he's going to tell us about today's sponsor. So today's episode is brought to you by...
Annoying ass people having loud conversations on the train.
Or any form of public
Or
transport.
any form of...
I agree. Or you know what? In like doctor's offices and people play their videos on loud. I know that you're old, but that's not my problem that you can't hear.
You have a $2,000 phone, buy a $30 pair of
Yeah, that is silly.
Yeah, I hate, or like especially when it's like a quiet setting and then this random group like laughing really loud or anything like that. I hate it. I can't stand it. And I've been judging.
Good thing you're on this podcast. So for this episode, let's start off with hopefully an entertaining one. This one is titled, My 25 Female, Future Mother-in-Law, 57 Female, is threatening not to come to our wedding because of my gay maid of honor, 25 Female. Okay. This was originally posted in August of 2015.
Oh, fuck.
So over a decade ago.
Oh.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm typing on my phone, so sorry for any mistakes. Onwards to the story. My wedding is coming up next year, and we're having a relatively small ceremony. My fiancé and I met in the city in university, but he's from the country in rural Australia, whereas I'm from the city. We decided to have the wedding in his hometown as most of his family is there, as well as his dying grandmother, who can't really do the trip to the city. My side of the family was extremely abusive to me when I was younger. As soon as I was old enough, I made sure they never entered my lives again. I've, of course, chosen my maid of honor to be my best friend. Now, I love my best friend to pieces. This girl is like my rock, honestly, and we've gotten each other through some of the toughest times in our lives. Now my best friend is gay and is a really butch lesbian, so no way in hell was I going to get her in a dress to be my bridesmaid. That's completely fine with me. We were planning to get her a suit, the color of the bridesmaids' dresses, and she was cool with it. I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable throughout the whole day in the dress, as I want everyone to have a good time. My fiancé and I decided to go visit his mother this weekend. Now, my mother-in-law is honestly terrifying to me at first because she's extremely conservative, traditional, and religious. I'm a city girl who works full-time and is pretty much in control of her own life. As you can tell, we all have differences. However, after my initial fear, we found common ground and became friends. She sacrificed a lot for my fiancé as she was a single mother. His dad had died in an accident, and I respect the hell out of her for that. So here's the issue. Unfortunately, getting the suit in the same color as the bridesmaids' dresses I want is a real hassle to do, as I'm really specific with the color I want. My fiancé went out to get some groceries, and I was telling my future mother-in-law about this, and she laughed at me and asked why I had to buy a suit. I explained the story of my best friend because she had no idea who my friends are and whatnot, because we didn't live close to each other or talk too often. Her face literally dropped when I explained my friend was a lesbian. At first, she asked if I had any other friends that could replace my friend in the bridal party.
Ooh.
And was confused why she asked that. I innocently said no and asked her why, thinking that was just going to save the hassle of having to get a suit. She got furious and said it wasn't right that my friend be in the bridal party as we were having a religious ceremony. She said that my friend would ruin the whole wedding by being there, and that I should remove my friend from the bridal party altogether. Now, I don't let anyone talk shit about my friend. She's basically my sister, and I was furious that my mother-in-law had even said this to my face. I exploded at my mother-in-law. I basically said that my best friend is like my sister, and I'm not going to let you talk shit about her while she's not here to defend herself. She's a lovely person, and if you weren't so judgmental, maybe you would realize this instead of looking at her with a clouded view. It doesn't matter that she's gay. She's just a normal person to me, and I love her like a sister regardless if she's gay or not. There is no way I'm kicking her out of my bridal party. Now, normally I'm pretty quiet and reserved because I like to think before I talk, so my mother-in-law was not expecting this. After I finished talking, she started yelling at me and telling me I was going to go to hell with my friend. She wasn't going to watch her son get married to a bitch like me. I wasn't encouraging him to grow in Christ, so therefore she wasn't going to go to the wedding if my friend was there.
Dramatic.
So no fucking way was I going to argue with this bitch over this. She obviously wasn't going to change her mind, and I simply don't argue with stupid people. I called my fiance and explained what happened. He said he was so sorry that this had happened, and he tried to talk to his mum, but she isn't coming to the wedding, so be it. I said I was also going for a walk, which is what I'm doing right now. I don't know what to do. I love my fiance. It's reassuring that he'll take my side, but I know he will be greatly saddened if his mum chooses not to come. At the end of the day, this woman raised him, and I know nothing will make him happier than seeing his mum at his wedding. However, there is no way I'm kicking my friend out so this lady can come to my wedding. My friend was with me through my abuse I suffered and has basically held my hand through every hard point in life. There's no way I'm kicking her out to please my mother-in-law. So Reddit, that's my story. Any help would be much appreciated.
What I don't understand is why do mother-in-laws, and it's always the fucking mother-in-law, think that they can be the one to run the wedding, even though it's not even about them.
But it's usually, I mean, it's not the instance in this case, but I feel like it's usually the mother-in-laws want to run the weddings because they didn't get the weddings of their dreams. But now that they have the money and the resources for it, they want to make sure their kid gets everything they want. But it's not everything the kid wants, it's everything they want. They're just pushing it on their child.
Yes.
Very High School Musical. This wasn't my dream, Dad, it was yours.
Oh my god.
Moving on to the next story. This one is titled, Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my girlfriend after her ex's funeral? And this one is coming from Best of Redditor Updates. So we do have some updates, but we will go into the original post. So the original post was posted December 13th, 2023. So this one's about 2.5 years old. So my girlfriend and I have been together for about 4 years. She used to be close friends with her ex. However, he tried to make a move on her while she and I were still together. So she cut off their friendship. They knew each other for about 10 years. They were high school sweethearts and stayed together throughout college. They broke up because he didn't want kids. He died recently, and my girlfriend was invited to the funeral. While I wasn't happy, so to speak, to see my girlfriend cry about this guy, I swallowed my emotions and offered my full support. She asked me to come with her. Here's where things get messy. She kept talking about how she wishes they never broke up in the first place, that she never met someone who she loved as much as him. She made a speech about how she says that if things had been different, they'd be a happy family with children. I had to force myself not to say anything then. Now we're back home. She hasn't said anything about what she said, and I'm so close to just leaving. I just don't know if she's just saying it out of grief.
Crazy, that's crazy. Sorry, I had to say that.
How old is she?
Doesn't say. But it said they were high school, she was high school sweethearts with the ex who passed away, and they've known each other for about 10 years. So I would say early to mid-20s they would be. There was only one comment that OP made on the original post, and it said, just to be clear, she didn't say these things to me, she was talking to others.
But he heard them.
Yes, but he heard them. What's your opinion, asshole? Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
My thought was asshole for not wanting to go to the funeral because it's been half her lifetime has been
with
around this guy.
Yeah, especially if she's really young.
Yeah, like if you're in the 20s, high school, 10 years of your life is half your fucking lifetime.
Yes, yeah.
Saying all this shit while your partner is there, even if your partner's not there, saying all this shit, no,
complete like a separate issue, like completely.
Yeah,
not okay.
Completely, just like, why am I with you? Then I'm gonna break up with you. Like, you can't say this shit when I'm with you because it makes me feel like a piece of shit being with you because you obviously don't want your life with me. You want your life with someone that's now dead.
Yeah. But do you only want your life with someone who's now dead because they're now dead? You're thinking retrospectively, you're thinking in rose-colored glasses, or are you saying that stuff because you want the attention from people at the funeral because he's now dead?
Yeah.
Like, but I think there's a bit of truth to it because he said the only reason they broke up is because he didn't want kids. So it wasn't like a relationship issue. It was they didn't have the same future.
Yeah.
It wrong, maybe right person, wrong time, or whatever it is, right? I do agree with you though. I do think he was kind of an asshole at the start where he was annoyed that she wanted to go to the funeral. Like, I understand it's an ex and I get that. And like with my ex, I wouldn't go to the funeral. But if it was someone I still had a friendship with, someone I still got along with,
close with,
someone I went to school with, you know, for my whole high school life, yeah, I would go to the funeral. I don't know if I'd be there crying and chatting to everyone and, you know, talking about how much better our life would be.
I'll be there for like final goodbye and then see you later.
People don't see it like that. People are just like so jealous in this day and age, especially like how normalized cheating and all that has gotten, that people find it hard when people are friends with their exes, even though like I could have dated someone 10 years ago and I could still be friends with them because it was just a high school thing, you know what I mean? But the fact that she's added all that onto it makes it a kind of a different situation, I feel.
I will also say he did say that they were close friends. Her and the ex were close friends. The only reason she cut off their friendship is because the ex tried to make a move on her when they were still together. So I do understand this guy obviously isn't happy about it, doesn't want to be there, but I do think there is a time and a place. If he's passed away, you should support your partner. If you love them, no matter who it is, they're going to be sad about it. It's someone in their life that they loved, regardless of the instance. You need to support them. But I guess that just adds a little bit more to it. Okay. So, yeah. Time for the update?
Oh, yeah.
So, update was posted December 16th, 2023. It was 3 days after the original post.
Oh, tell me you didn't break up with her now.
Hello everyone, it's been a stressful couple of days and my post got a lot more attention than I expected. It was overwhelming, to be honest. It's been a week since the funeral itself and I've been talking to some friends as well as reading comments on my last post. Truth be told, I've been hesitant to talk about this to my girlfriend because she's still been depressed. She's not talking to me at all and I've been taking care of everything around our place. She's just been laying in our bed. I've tried to talk to her, but she just shuts me out. I've been reflecting on our past relationship and realized a couple of things. My girlfriend was never as passionate with me as she was with her ex. She never did anything as romantic or thoughtful for me when she compared me to her ex. For example, she'd never gone traveling with me for more than 3 days. She'd been traveling often with her ex, sometimes for years, and it's not like I haven't offered. I was simply told to get over it and that each relationship is different. And people said shit like, if she wanted to be with her ex, she would be. Something also to note is that some of you actually pointed my attention to another post. It's one about a girl going to her ex's funeral. I read the post and I don't know if it's actually my girlfriend or not. Some details are different, like our age. We're both 30. There you go. They're both 30, so they're a bit older.
Okay, we know their age.
It feels a little less justified in the way she was acting if you're a full-grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I never said anything about breaking up with her for going to the funeral. I wasn't exactly happy to see her mourn the guy who wanted to sleep with her while she was with me, but I didn't say anything. Now, in that post, she admitted she actually cheated. I thought about this for a second, but it doesn't matter because if she cheated or not, I already broke up with her.
Huh?
I did have a talk with her. She refused to at first, but by not responding to me, and when I told her I was leaving, she finally said something to me. I basically told her that I feel like crap ever since she said those things at the funeral. How I feel like she would rather be with her ex than me, then I felt like her second choice. She started to yell at me, calling me selfish, and that she's lost one of the most important people in her life and I shouldn't make this about me. I was too tired to try and yell back, My things were already packed up. I'm staying with my parents for a while. Our lease doesn't expire for a few months, so I don't know what she's planning to do. I don't know what to do now. I thought I was going to marry this girl someday and have kids, but she wanted someone else this whole time. I appreciate all the comments, and I don't know if I'm going to post another update, but thank you.
Oh.
Okay, I would like thoughts and opinions, but I will be reading this post from the girl at the funeral. I don't know if it's her. There was no confirmation in those updates if it's her, but maybe we should read it and suss out and see.
Yeah, what it says. Because if it's sounding very similar, then there's no way it's not her.
Especially if it's posted around the same time.
Oh, and but the details are the same. Okay, so I'll read this post before we discuss, and I believe there is another final update after this as well. So,
on his post or on this one?
On his post.
Oh, okay.
So, this is the other post that the Redditor had mentioned in that story before about a girl going to her ex's funeral. This was posted 2 years ago on AITAH. Title is, Am I the Asshole for Wanting to Go to My Ex's Funeral? So, my boyfriend, 29, and me, 29, have been together for about 4 years now. Same timeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
I made a terrible mistake with my ex and slept with him about 2 years ago. Yes, while me and my boyfriend were together. I presumably could have been the same time that this person said that he messaged her and tried to make a move on her.
This is juicy.
I told my boyfriend and I begged him to stay. After some hard work, we reconciled. Maybe it's not the same person. One of the things he told me I needed to do if I wanted him to stay is to cut off my ex from my life, so I did. But here's my thing. It could be that it's not the same person and it's a very similar situation, or is it the same person and she justifies cheating in her head by saying, oh no, I told him and then he told me to cut. She's trying to make herself feel better about it because she's admitting guilt, but she's not admitting complete guilt and said, well, I cut him off because he made me cut him off, when in actuality she cut him off maybe because he cheated or maybe just because he hit on her and it's a different girl. Anyway, me and my ex have amazing memories together. We traveled several countries together. We broke up because he didn't want children and I did. But we continued to be good friends up until I cheated with him.
Fucking person.
It's the same girl for sure. And she cheated and then cut him off, and she's trying to convince herself that she told him and he made her cut him off. It has to be the same girl. The coincidences are too much.
There's no way. The wording and everything is so similar.
2 days ago, I found out he died in a car accident and his mum reached out to let me know. My boyfriend and I currently live together and he noticed me crying my eyes out. He asked why and I told him the truth. He went, oh. He did hold me until I fell asleep. I was messaging my ex's mum and she invited me to his funeral. When I told my boyfriend I was going to go, he got mad. He told me his feelings are complicated. He said he's not going to stop me from going, but he just doesn't know how to feel about this. He says he can't be supportive over this, and he said if I decided to go to my ex's funeral, he doesn't know if he will still want to be with me. I want my boyfriend to be supportive when I'm in so much pain, but I know I can't blame him. The top comment from that was, this man is holding you while you cried about the dude you cheated on him with. He is being supportive.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Everyone's calling her the arsehole. I think this is the same girl. This has to be the same girl. Same situation, same time.
There's no way it's not.
Yeah, I think it is the same girl, and this is how OP found out that she was cheating. And it makes sense why she cut him off, because if she's so in love with him now, even if he made a move on her, why would she cut him off? If she's that obsessed with him, then she would have just maybe pretended to cut him off.
I'm sorry, but those stories are way too similar to not be that girl.
Back to our original post, original OP. Update 2. This was posted February 13th, 2024, so this is 2 months later. Hello everyone, I got a lot of support from this subreddit last time and I appreciate it, so figured I should update you all. It's the day before Valentine's and I had actually planned something for my girlfriend before this whole mess started. I can't help but to think of her. Our shared friend group didn't side against me. They've been supportive to both of us, it seems. I've explained to them why we broke up, and they were all pretty understanding. My friend and his girlfriend are friends to both of us, and I've asked them about my ex. Apparently, she's been doing good. She's back to work. She took a few weeks off when the ex passed away, but besides that, she hasn't been out of the apartment. She hasn't tried to reach me, and I haven't tried to reach her. Our lease expires next month, so I don't know what she's planning to do. She could afford the rent on her own, but she'd be scraping by. I've been tempted to reach out. I hated breaking up, but I hate even more how we broke up. It feels like I left her behind when she needs me most. If she reacted like this to anyone else, I'd be there for her, no questions asked. But I know better. I know I've been resentful because she still wants her ex over me. I wanted to thank everyone for the support last time, and I guess this is just me venting. I feel really bad for him. He's clearly still in love with her, and he doesn't understand that she does not care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next update, coming March 26, 2024, so a month and a half later, she finally reached out. I came back from work, back to my folks' place, and she was there. My mum let her wait for me. While I'm upset with my mum for letting her in and not giving me a heads up, that's another issue. When I went back, my mum went to the store and gave us some privacy. I was a mess inside, but I held it in. She asked how I was and what I've been up to, and we talked as if we were just catching up. I finally asked what exactly she wanted. She said she's sorry for what she did and she regrets how things ended between us. She went on to say that she did genuinely love me and she did want to start a family, but the sudden death of her ex simply hit her too hard. She says she's sorry for what she said and that she didn't mean them. She didn't mean anything and was just trying to process what was going on. She didn't actually ask me to get back together. I told her no matter what she said now, I can't forgive what she said at the funeral and how she acted afterwards. She said she understood and wanted to talk to me. I told her that I don't think we can be friends and that I don't hate her, but I just don't want to be near her. She left and I was left a wreck. She seems to be okay. She looked healthier than the last time I saw her. I'm actually moving out from my folks' place and I'm not going to tell her. I'm going to make sure my parents don't say anything. I hope this is the last time I see her, at least for a while. Oh, and one quick thing I wanted to mention. My name is off the lease at our old place. The landlady was very understanding. I figured I should mention that before lots of you told me about it. That's it. That's the end of all the posts.
So not even like an update, like no, he never got back with her, or...
Well, I'm assuming he never did because he stood his ground on it.
And he said that he didn't even want to see her.
That is true. But people say that out of anger in the moment.
Oh, the dude definitely went back and read that other story and
came to terms with it. Because he read it initially and he's like, I don't know if it's her or not, but we broke up. I think he fully accepted it. Because there's no... Like, the chances of that being someone else, like, what are the odds of that? A mathematician can tell us. What are the odds of that? Yeah.
Yeah, just...
There's no way that was not her.
Post on the Do the Math fucking subreddit. Someone will figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really sad. I'm glad he got away.
That's a sad one. Yeah, the poor guy, man, but he wasted all that time with her just for that.
Yeah, really messed up. Last story of the day. This one's coming from Am I the Asshole, the actual subreddit, and no, I'm not going to tell you the verdict yet. This one is called Am I the Asshole for Losing My Cool and Yelling at my, quote, influencer sister-in-law over her constant filming and lack of respect for my daughter's boundaries?
No.
Oh.
I also agree no, based off the title.
Children do not belong in the internet, no matter fucking what.
I agree. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, good.
Redacted.
Snap.
Clack it. Clack it.
I have a 13-year-old daughter. My sister-in-law has 2 boys, 8 and 11, who are deep into Canadian hockey, baseball, travel tournament, lifestyle. She's a stay-at-home mum and went down the Insta, TikTok, family lifestyle influencer rabbit hole. Over the last year, she leaned hard into the hockey mum thing and posted hotel reviews, game pics, and travel tips. She wants to turn her page into a full family brand. When her boys were younger, she used to say she wished she had a daughter to do, quote, girly things with. I included her in a few things with my daughter, like picking out her first communion dress. Back then, she was sweet, supportive, and genuinely the cool aunt. Lately, every family thing has become content. She films everything, stages, quote, candid moments, narrates like she's vlogging. At Christmas, she tried to dictate the whole day. Gifts, crafts, movies all became scripted. The older cousins hid in the basement to escape being filmed. My daughter later told me she hated being recorded and didn't want to be on my sister-in-law's page. Apparently, sister-in-law kept pestering her to braid her hair, decorate cookies, etc. for content. My daughter didn't know how to shut it down, so she made herself as uninfluencer friendly as possible. Eye rolls, nose picking, etc. That's pretty funny. Last weekend, we went out for my mum's 70th. Sister-in-law immediately started filming again, making the whole dinner awkward until her partner, my brother, snapped at her to stop. During dinner, my daughter mentioned she was going dress shopping for her grade 8th grad. Sister-in-law lit up and started pushing to come so she could, quote, expand her brand into full family content. I ignored her to discuss after dinner and in private, but she kept pushing. In the parking lot, she asked again for the time and place. I snapped. I told her my daughter is not her prop and not her, quote, girl substitute. She does not have permission to film her or post her. She got defensive and said I was stifling her creativity and that she, quote, needs my daughter because she doesn't have one. I told her off loudly and colorfully. My daughter heard, but with two parents who work in construction, she's heard worse. Later, my sister-in-law started a group chat saying I was rude and mean and embarrassed her and that everyone posts everything these days. She demanded an apology. I refused and reiterated our boundaries. My siblings backed me up and said they also didn't want their kids in her content. Sister-in-law hasn't responded since. I know I raised my voice, but she has ignored every boundary. My priority was protecting my daughter's boundaries. Unequivocally, I know I am not the asshole for that, and I will never apologize. However, my sister-in-law just doesn't get it. So am I the asshole for yelling at my sister-in-law in the manner I did? Also, any pics I have in my history of my daughter are posted with her permission. My first go at writing this resulted in a 2,000 words, 10,000 character count, so many details have been omitted. There is an edit to add. So, edit to add, there's no content containing my daughter online, only her kids and partners. We're Canadian, currently no laws about underage social media use. My daughter, as part of her school curriculum, is taught media literacy, digital literacy, internet safety starting in her kinder years. Her partner is my brother. I did not address her pushing to come shopping in the restaurant, hoping to discuss it later and in private. Dinner was for my mum, so I didn't want to take that away from her. I have told her a number of times no photos or recording, usually over text. She continues to pester and use my daughter.
I would have stopped it from day one. I don't want I don't have kids. I don't want my kid to be on some bullshit fucking Instagram, TikTok videos. Kids shouldn't be online. Kids shouldn't be filmed to be put online. Yes. Unless they're getting paid because they're an actor or an actress. Don't put someone else's kid on fucking line. When the parents say, I don't want my fucking kid online, don't do it.
Don't put anyone's kids online.
If I see you filming my kid, even if we're in public, I'm grabbing your phone and throwing it in the, I don't know, traffic, water.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Anything. Stay the fuck away from my kid.
Yeah, I agree. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
She is not the asshole. But there is so many people in the fucking wild, basically, that will just go around filming people.
I know, I don't like it.
I have caught people doing that. I caught an old guy on the train taking photos of my mate. I threw his phone off the train.
See what I mean? Like, why?
Taking photos of his female friends.
Yeah.
See, that's fucking... See, people do it so often now.
They're like, oh, I'm in public. I'm allowed to do it. Yeah, you're in public. I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, right away. But I will say is absolutely no filming, like, not your child, mind you should not be filming. And okay, I feel like this is controversial, but like I like watching family vlogs, but the family vlogs I watch, they don't show their kids, they just tell them what they're doing in their day-to-day life.
Kids and stuff, like, they don't want to be on your videos. They don't want the whole world to know, like, because you could be a small influencer where only a couple hundred people, but it takes you one video for your thing to blow up. Suddenly that kid's posted everywhere. Everyone knows who they are. A lot of the wrong people know who they are. They know where you live.
It's
they know
also-
everything. You're ruining that kid's life.
They also post embarrassing moments.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just like,
Yes.
oh, my kid fucking, I don't know, didn't do the rubbish one day and didn't do
But
their
it's-
chores, and now I'm going to blast them online for
But
it.
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's like I've seen videos where it's like, oh, my daughter got her period. Let's throw her a period party. It's like, I love the celebrating. I love that we're making, like, we're celebrating it for her. We're making her comfortable. It's not a shame thing. But even if my parents celebrated that with me, I don't need everyone to know that I just got my period.
Yeah.
You can talk about that in 5 years when I'm an adult and I'm comfortable with it and be like, this is what we did for my daughter and it was great. Like, you don't, in that moment, you don't need to, they don't need to know that. They don't need to know that I'm staying home because I'm sick and my stomach hurts. They don't need to know that I'm going to the doctor. They don't need to know that I missed my bus. They don't need to know that I stepped out of a car and I slipped in the gutter and the puddle and then I got all muddy and then my mum had to drive me home and then she came back like 30 minutes later. That actually happened to me one day. I was getting out at Central.
But you know what? Bringing it back to, like, people talking about, like, how their kid missed their bus or whatever. It is so easy for someone to find out that information of what bus they take. Like, so easy. If they know what suburb you live in, they know what bus routes are in your area.
Yeah.
So easy. They know that they'll find out the timing. Anything can happen to them. Like, that's what I do not like, is how much they overshare of their kids' information.
Yeah. And they don't realize.
Well, some do realize, but they don't care.
No, like, your information, whatever, do whatever you want. But, like, a 5-year-old kid, no.
I think the other thing, like, back to what Redacted was saying, talking about, you know, oh, my kid didn't take out the trash, now I'm going to blast them online. That's also bad. Like, you can vent and complain and you be like, oh, you know, my kid's 15 and he doesn't listen to me and he doesn't take out the trash when I ask him and he just plays games all day. But that's something that you vent about to people in private. That's not something you put online because then it's making your child look bad and you're just inciting hate for your child.
Yeah, your kid's going to resent you to the point where, depending on where you live, you're, bad to say, your life is going to become a documentary in the wrong end because that kid's going to turn a gun on you.
Hello, look at Ruby Frank.
Yeah, literally. The top comment is not the asshole. She doesn't get to use your daughter against her will to create content, period. Your daughter is not her substitute daughter. Too bad, so sad. Influencer culture can be so toxic. If the only way you can make interesting content is to force your family to participate against their will, maybe you aren't as much of an influencer after all. Someone did say, and I was also surprised by this, I was surprised by how she replied to OP by saying that she needs the daughter. She said, I need your daughter.
That means her whole content basis is around the child.
How old's the daughter again?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of pedophiles watching that for sure if they need the daughter.
Yeah, because she has 2 sons, but she needs the daughter.
Yeah.
Overall verdict was, of course, not the arsehole. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of What Would Reddit Do, where we read some Reddit stories and discussed our opinion. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and we hope that you join us next week.
Bye!
Bye.